Well, I think in these very challenging economic times, I think people are certainly thinking about it more than perhaps they've ever done before, which I think is a good thing. And certainly, what I see across different areas of activity is that the private sector is actually sort of stepping up to the plate. The government are talking about it more and more. They're talking about incentivising, obviously keen for the private sector to fill some of the public sector funding gaps. So I think it's a good, healthy environment for debate, and hopefully will result in people giving more.
Can you think of anything that would make it a lot easier for people like yourself? Are there things that perhaps you think are so simple, just in front of our noses, that we could be doing?
I think two things come to mind. One is, tax relief on donations. It can only be set off against the income of that particular year. Well, if you make a significant donation and you haven't got enough income that year, why can't you be allowed to carry it forward? That would seem a simple thing. Secondly, inheritance tax. I know the government are talking about giving some sort of perks or incentivising people to give 10% of their estate towards charitable causes. That's a good start, but I think fundamentally inheritance tax, which is a tax on taxed income, tax assets, I have a problem with that. And I think if the government are thinking about what they can do in that area, then I would encourage them to think more than just 10%.
One challenge, I think, always for organisations who would like philanthropists to help them is actually just those early initial approaches, how to actually tell people they're looking for help. Do you listen to everybody that comes your way, or do you tend to act on personal recommendation? You must get so many approaches. How, if you like, do you sort out who you're going to listen to?
You're right. Firstly, one inevitably ends up with a lot of approaches. Cold letters, very difficult to get too worked up about. Inevitably, it's as a result of introductions from friends, people you respect, who themselves have got involved in particular causes, and that is a powerful way of introducing people. Probably the only way. That would be unfair. I'm sure there are some donations which result from pure cold letters or cold calls, but long-term introductions and connections, really make a big difference.
Clearly, there is an advantage financially for some philanthropists, but at the end of the day, how much is it, do you think, business acumen that drives philanthropy, and how much is it pure passion and pure care?
I think passion and care are probably the principal drivers. These are not commercial decisions. One applies commercial experience in assessing them, but at the end of the day, it's not a commercial for-profit motive that's driving them. Far from it. It's about passion. It's about caring. It's about trying to make a difference in areas that mean something to you. So I think that passion and care must be the primary motivators.
Thanks very much, talking to us, Lloyd. Thank you.